What's up, everybody? Today we will talk about how to translate your personal story into really practical skills that you can communicate in a job interview to a future boss, to an employee, an employer, whatever it is that you've got where you really need to talk about your skills more than anything. I want to help you turn your story into skills. I am going to tell you a little bit about my story, and you are actually going to end up here with a really practical tool to help you discover your skills even more than this, really based on your story. So let's get right into it, because this is really good stuff and going to be super practical for kind of an abstract thought, because this is the thing, right? We talk about story, and I talk about this all the time. We've got the story arc, specifically the transformational story arc, because this is who you were, this is what happened, and this is who you are. Or really, we could split it like that. And what you want to make very clear to your audience when you're telling your transformation story is that I can help you, or I came from here to here. That's my transformation. I was this, now I'm this. Now, if you're a business, you say, and that's what I can help you go through as well. Here's what I want you to do. You learn this transformation story. You learn your transformation story, but most importantly, this section right here, the who you are, you turn into a punchline that leads into a really practical skill. So, let me tell you my story a little bit. Okay, so I've always been a speaker, and it's great. I was a youth worker. I always wanted to be an actor. I followed in my mom's footsteps. She was on stage all her life. I grew up in the theater. I grew up watching her and just always wanted to be an actor. I wanted to win an Oscar by the time I was 21. I had all these goals and dreams, and that's what it was. After high school, I got into the industry, and then I took a left turn and became a youth pastor. A few years after doing that, about 8 years, 10 years of being a youth pastor, my mom got really sick. And she'd been on stage really up until a few weeks before that. She had cancer. She had stage 4 stomach cancer, and in one of the last conversations that I had with her, just a few days before she passed away, it was just me and her, and I was asking her, what is it that you love about what you do? And she looked at me and she said, I love the opportunity to entertain people, that I've given them a gift that they can take with them beyond this moment. So she's on stage and she loves just actually giving somebody something that they can take with them that has changed their day, changed their life. And from that moment, I realized that speaking is far more than just about a transactional thing, my idea into your brain or my thought, and whatever it is. It's more than just, here, take this. It's actually about creating a moment that helps form stories that then go and change the world. That's what speaking became to me after that moment. So now, when I go into opportunities like this, I'm not thinking, how do I convey my message across? How do I get my idea across? I'm always thinking, what kind of an experience can I create for my audience? And that's what sets me apart. I'm unendingly creative, and especially in my speaking, I'm creating moments for people. You want a really good moment with your audience, then you need to connect me. You want a good moment with someone as a coach? I'm going to be your coach. See, those are practical skills. Now, here's what's happened. Let's come back to that. I told you who I was. I was this speaker. I've always been a speaker, and I wanted to be an actor, and that's what happened. I thought it was something. But then my mom got sick, and I specifically had a conversation with her. That's what happened, what changed me. Because of that, I now think this and realize this. You see, I went from transactional speaker to creative moment maker. I don't know what you could say there, because what I turned this into was to say that because of who I am, this is what I can bring to you. So you turn the end of your story, the end of your transformational story, into a punchline and turn that into a practical skill. Turn the punchline into a practical skill. That's where you're going to translate your story into skills for your next job opportunity. Now, what I want you to do is to go down below this video in the bio. There's a link where you can download a worksheet that I created for some of my life coaching clients where you can discover your skills. From there, there's even a link to a podcast episode from the podcast that I used to do, made for this podcast, and a specific episode that talks about how to discover your skills. Now, it's a bit outdated, but it'll still be really good, because what it does is it gives you a long inventory of words that you can pick from to identify how does your story translate to some of these skills. And my friends, once you discover this, you're going to be so much more confident in who you are and how to communicate who you are to the people who want to know who you are. That's all I got for you today. Go out there, share your story, and translate those stories into your skills. We'll talk again soon.